Hello, hi there, Scorpios. My name is Bella. Welcome to my channel, and this is your love horoscope for 2020. And if you can see, I've got a little bit of a tone in my voice about this month. I feel a little bit cautious, wary about what I'm even going to see because I haven't even. When I do these fresh and I do these live. I'm a psychic. I don't use read cards. I just interpret information, and I'm sort of getting the theme, and I've kind of like gone, okay, to stop there, because I don't know if I like where this is going, but we shall see what happens when I let the floodgates open into what's coming on. And partly the reason why I stopped it is because this has pretty much never happened. Well, it has happened to me in individual readings because I'm empathic as well, but it's never really happened to me in a general read. And I've had a dizzy spell, and it's not because I need to go and have some breakfast, even though I do need to have breakfast, but it's not because of that. It is because it was like a literal demonstration from my guides about the wave of energy that's kind of going to hit you guys this month, or that perhaps you're even already going through, that was kind of just put in me for a second. And then I was like, okay, thanks, Scorpios. What's going to happen, guides? So shall we find out? My guides are pretty much saying here that there's a lot of you in this month that feel foolish, that feel a bit devastated by the disappointments in your connection, or by somebody not returning, or by circumstances. It feels incredibly heavy, I'm not going to lie. It feels like a lot of you have a lot to think about that is maybe too much to think about and is very discombobulating. I don't feel like it helps, again, because I've had to say this in every video, that we're going into Mercury retrograde, which is when we think about communications, relationships, and connections, can be very heavy and very lower vibrational. And if you're already in that place as you kind of start it before we go into it on the 17th, it just snowballs it. And the reasons why I do these videos is to help you firstly have guidance, prepare for it, take a different course if necessary, because nothing is fixed in stone. But it does feel a little bit like my guides are wanting to firstly say you are supported, you're not alone, but also that where you can pause, take a deep breath, where you can maybe take advice from some of the other signs where they've pulled back their energy because it's good for their well-being, and to get yourself out of your head a lot, because the retrograde will put you in that. You, my guides, firstly also want to keep saying, like, it's almost like they're apologizing before they tell me the rest, which is, you may feel foolish, but it is not your. And now they're bringing in another saying, which is, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That some of you are feeling like that because perhaps it's not the first time it's happened with this person, or maybe it's not the first time it's happened in your dating experience. But with that being said, this is where I get them wanting to twist it around from you blaming yourself, that they're saying you are not the one to blame in this, and that the projection of that needs to go in the right place, because it will help you to navigate through this discombobulating low vibration that you feel impacted by. Because it's a general reading, I think this manifests itself in many different ways. And annoyingly, as I'm saying this to you, because I do this live, is that my computer says that it's doing something to prepare something, so I can't actually see myself at this moment. Hopefully this little thing that's popped up in front of me will go away. But what I was saying before my computer really interrupted me was that some of you will feel like you don't know which direction to go, and my guides are saying the best direction for you to go is the one that suits you the most, the one that is going to serve you the most, that you almost need to be beautifully selfish and stop giving so much of your energy to the other person or the other circumstances, and give it to you. Once you do that, then you'll have clear sight. The second thing is where some of you feel so like punched in the gut about this, so devastated about this. They're saying, allow that to happen. That's a natural part of grieving. Do not fight against it. But if you do it with the mindset that you are accepting the circumstances, that you're accepting that this is not good, that you can't fix it, you will ride through it better. Feels again, as we go into the Mercury week of the 17th, that seems to hit you harder, but that's the best advice. Again, where does this come from? Feels like somebody pulling back from you, letting down. Now, if you're cross-watching some other posts, you might get some ease as to why that has happened with the other individual, But for those of you perhaps who don't have a specific person, it's just a bad month. It is just that. It is not because of you. Again, take out those thoughts. And the way you'll ride it easier is by putting yourself first and knowing that it has got nothing to do with you. You're not doing anything wrong. I do feel like in the third week there's a bit more gumption in what I'm being shown in terms of you guys putting a lot more energy to want to build yourself back up again, put in that kind of like hard work mentally to feel better. But it's okay if you feel like you're slipping. Like sometimes, like it's good that you're trying, but it's okay if you're slipping in it too. I don't know, like I hate giving readings like this, but I did slightly expect it in this month because it being a retrograde month. That for some signs it would be a bit of a roller coaster, and for some signs it wouldn't feel really, really great. You know, for those of you who watch me for a long time, I like to always leave with a positive. I'm not gonna lie, this month it feels tough for you guys at an emotional level, but the other piece of advice that my guides are saying here, you can suffer on your own, or you can suffer with or you can suffer better. Like, how's that even a saying? Or let me rephrase that. You can feel better if you don't do it on your own. Talk to somebody that you trust. Get support. Get out of your house. Get out of your bed. They're saying here, and also that they want you to, instead of looking at everything being with you, and there's this heavy emphasis of you feeling like you're internalizing this, they want you to push it out because it doesn't belong with you. It belongs with the other individual, the other persons, the outside. They're saying if you can push it out, you'll be able to see things clearer and better and be more optimistic, given that you do have these constraints of this retrograde energy. You know you're a fighter, know you still have your sting in your tail, and know that you will pull through it. You took a risk, they're saying, and it may not have paid off. But what's the saying I want to use? It's like fortune favours the brave, or, you know, risks eventually do get rewarded. Never change that about you, they're saying. And you will take a risk again, is pretty much what they're saying. But it will be done with, they're saying, wider eyes. I think they mean basically with your more intelligence, more emotional intelligence, more experience, so that your decisions are better, or that you see flags sooner. I hope this makes sense to those of you who are seeing it, and I'm so sorry for those Scorpions who are affected in this way, for you having this kind of month. I'll be back next month with hopefully some good news, guys, and you take care.